the man who made James Major collapse with laughter, Ian Lee.
You came. Bless you. You came. How wonderful. Marvellous. Thank you. Yes, it was me, and I'm very sorry. I'm not really sorry. Welcome to 11 O'Clock Show on Wednesday, the 10th of March, 1999. Don't worry if you overdo it tonight. Here to wait anxiously by your bedside and stroke your fevered brow is the caring Daisy Donovan. And here's someone you wouldn't want hanging around while you're unconscious, Mackenzie Crook. But please don't worry if you missed the news while you blacked out. Here to jumpstart you with his rapid roundup of today's big stories, we've got today's headlines with Tommy Vance and his news slam.
Wednesday, March the 10th, and it's argy-bargy on the streets of Buenos Aires. They're rioting over the rights to the Falklands. Easy, fellas. I thought we'd sorted this. Don't try my patience. Right! Outside, now! That's just not funny! That is... Nice one, Pablo. From burning flags to stubbed-out fags, and killjoys want us to tear up our tabs. It's National No Smoking Day, and the docs are targeting ladies' lungs. Hey, that's sexist! Girls have every right to smoke. It stops them getting fat. From Marlboro Lights to balloon flights, and it's looking good from Mission Control. They've drawn a felt-tip line on a plastic map. Nothing's left to chance. They know exactly where they're going to land. In the Pacific.
Now, all the papers are full today of the tragic news that lucky James Major collapsed in the early hours of yesterday morning in London's fashionable Met Bar.
Major, most famous for that dress, was immediately strapped to a stretcher and rushed to a nearby hospital where he was treated by nurses. Thank God he was only suffering from postular hypertension and hadn't taken any drugs.
More importantly, thank God he wasn't suffering from NMV.
What's NMV, Ian?
Glad you asked, Mackenzie. It stands for New Media Virus. Now, here at the 11 O'Clock Show, we believe NMV is responsible for the collapse of some of our best-loved entertainers. It's just a theory, but we believe it's the one thing that connects the tragedies of John Belushi, River Phoenix, Marty Pellow and Ernie Wise. Not really Ernie Wise, he's still with us. So, how can we prevent our celebrity chums from contracting NMV? Luckily, Mackenzie's been poking around in some Petri dishes, and as our resident disease expert, he's got this following advice.
Thanks, Ian. Now, NMV seems nearly always to hit in the vicinity of the lavatory, often in a nightclub. So, stay away from toilets, as it can obviously be transmitted from toilet seats. Now, strangely enough, mirrors are also often found at the scene. So, we advise you never to use a mirror again. Get your mum to comb your hair and tell you what you look like. I do, and she says I look lovely. But it's not all bad news. You cannot, I repeat, cannot catch NMV from kissing Charlie Sheen.
Thank God. Now, to raise awareness of this terrible disease, the 11 O'Clock Show has produced this, the pure white ribbon available from all good Menzies for just £1. There is a cheaper off-white version which we've cut with Vim, available for just 70p.
But do be careful of unscrupulous dealers selling fake ribbon for 50p. They look genuine, but are actually made of nothing more than crushed up aspirins, as you'll find when you try and pin it on.
Now, obviously, no news show can live without facts. But on this show, we want our facts to be fun, wacky, crazy, kooky. So to get them, we turn to Ricky Gervais, who collects his statistics in the manner of a popular game show.
Hi, have you got time to answer a few questions?
Far away, yes.
Do you know Family Fortunes?
Yes.
I'm doing a 100 people survey. Now, Les Dennis's idea is to make it more topical, more upbeat, so if that's okay. Very worryingly, James Major collapsed at a night spot. Can you name something that would make someone collapse at a nightclub?
Drugs?
What, some serious sort of fucked up cocktail?
Yeah.
A couple of flatliners.
Right, yeah.
Some sweet sort of bass shit.
Yeah.
Bit of mental skunk. I don't know if you saw that guy who was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. actually had 52 convictions, one of which was kicking a puppy to death. Yeah. What's the biggest animal you reckon you could kick to death?
Biggest animal you could kick to death?
Yeah. You personally?
Me personally, I suppose a donkey.
A donkey.
Yeah. Fish. A cat. A fish. Give it a good kicking, but to death.
Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah, you'd have to finish it off.
Probably a big dog.
A big dog.
Big dog, maybe what, like one of those,
Great Danes.
these big wolfhound type things.
Oh, Irish Wolfhound. Yeah, they look hard, but they're not. One said a donkey, which I think was a little bit ambitious.
Like a deer or something.
A deer. Yeah. Bambi. Be easy, wouldn't he? Straight after he's been born on the ice.
Bambi's not real.
No, but I mean, if you've got a young deer and it was on the ice, just born, that'd be easy, wouldn't it?
These are horrible questions.
Well, Les Dennis did these.
Now, cuddly Northern Ireland Secretary Mo Mowlam has turned the heat on Sinn Féin this week by moving the arms decommissioning deadline to Good Friday, which obviously is a mistake because it's a bank holiday. All the terrorists will be out buying their Easter eggs. And the nationalist troubles don't end there. The Lord of the Dance himself, Gerry Adams, has been packing his pants after receiving death threats from Republican hardliners if he agrees to surrender IRA weapons.
Now, this is a knockback to river dancing Gerry, who's trying so hard to make the IRA more accessible to the people. As a part of his publicity drive to take the jism out of terrorism, Gerry has given an exclusive interview to that most discerning of all tonk mags, Playboy.
He's also planning a spread for Penthouse and Me and My Car column for FHM. I read that. He'll be guest editing the next issue of Cosmopolitan. Can't wait to see that Are You the Target of a Loyalist Death Squad survey. Should be a lot of fun.
Anyway, having spent nearly 30 years blowing up shop windows, the IRA themselves are now trying to fill them with their own merchandise. You've probably seen this in the papers, but we've managed to get hold of the genuine 1999 Republican Resistance Calendar, and it makes me sick to the core. But obviously with their balaclavas, these soldiers are following the trend set by Mick Jagger, seen here in Aspen earlier this year. I love Mick Jagger, but I wouldn't have his baby, though.
That's not all. They're even targeting the kids. Not with Semtex this time, but with their own version of the popular children's game, Guess Who? We got a couple here. Daisy, I challenge you. Come on.
Hooray!
Now, I'll go first.
Okay.
Are you wearing a balaclava?
No.
Right. Are you Gerry Adams?
Yes, I am!
Yes!
Now, this craze for merchandise is a worldwide phenomenon. While flicking through his vast collection of Arabic magazines, Mackenzie found a bizarre item from international terrorist Osama bin Laden.
Yes, I've bought the official Osama bin Laden fatwa kit. This excellent package not only contains this wicked Osama disguise and this Rambo-style M60 machine gun. Shit out of it. We're only having a laugh. You also get this Osama badge, which has a real beard which flaps in the breeze. The kit also comes with this rather fun death contract. You just fill in the name of the person you want dead. I've put James Major on it, and the reason why underneath I've put because I'm Emma's true lover. Simply stick it in the post, send it to your victim, and that ought to shit him up a bit.
Of course, Mackenzie wouldn't kill anyone, and his death threats are just a bit of fun, aren't they, Mackenzie?
Well, they're a lot of fun, but they do actually work, Ian. I mean, Daisy and I sent this a few days ago.
Stanley Kubrick. Nice one. Hooray! Sing hosannas, today is National No Smoking Day. It's the day smokers look forward to all year because it enables them to sum up the willpower to say,
I'm not stopping smoking just because they say so. Actually, I'll smoke more. That'll learn them.
Yet, despite great fun jamborees like No Smoking Day, smoking remains so steadfastly popular that cheeky Chancellor Gordon Brown can put 17.5 pence on a packet of cigarettes, knowing they'll still sell. Crafty Gordon knows people will say,
He won't stop me from smoking just by making fags more expensive. I'll smoke more. That'll learn him.
and so he'll make even more money to spend on his crazy plans to help poor families and send geese to the moon. It's true, but we've decided to cut through cliché and examine the real dangers of smoking. Mackenzie, what are the facts?
Well, Ian, over 50 years of scientific research has revealed all the dangers of cigarettes, and they've been distilled into one short sentence, which is widely available in this handy, although somewhat ironic form. Smoking kills.
No other product in the world has had its hazards so thoroughly assessed. I mean, has anyone really studied the potential risk of, I don't know, eating an apple?
Rearing a fowl.
Or rimming a priest.
But don't just take our word for it. Let's get the opinion of the one man we can all trust. He was Mrs. Thatcher's press secretary for 11 years. Now, how much more trustworthy can you get than that? It's Sir Bernard Ingham, our very own 11 o'clock show pundit.
Hello, Ian.
Ah, Sir Bernard Ingham, have you got anything you want to say to us about smoking?
Of course, Ian.
And what is it?
This proves that the SAS is the finest fighting force in the whole of the world.
Wise words indeed, Sir Bernard. Thank you very much. After the break, Rich Hall comes to us live from the USA and Ali G gets down in the country. But before that, regular viewers who watched last night's show will know that the 11 o'clock show is a programme that likes to spread its happiness far and wide to you, the audience. But not everybody likes to enjoy themselves. Take, for instance, the Nation of Islam, who've been all over the papers this year. Just look at them. They look so miserable. Those crazy fundamentalists in their little red ties just don't know how to have fun. Know how to convert a boxer to Islam in under 10 seconds? Yes. Know how to have fun? No. Well, we decided to liven up their lives a little bit and take them to the seaside. See you after the break.
We're all going on a summer holiday. No more working for a week or two. We're all going on a summer holiday. No more working for a week or two.
Welcome back to the 11 o'clock show, and thanks there to Cliff Richard and the Shadows for reforming to record that version of Summer Holiday for us. Now, Evans may think you're not worth playing, Cliff, but we love you.
With the year 2000 just 9 months away, every single Shane, Wayne and James Major is trying to infect his current lady friend with the first baby of the millennium. That's not good enough for us here. Why go for just a boring old millennium baby when you could go for the new Messiah? After all, it says in the Bible the second coming is on its way. Jesus says, I will come back and take you to be with me.
Cool. That's like Arnie. I will be back to kill you soon.
And what better time for our Lord to come back than in time for the Dome and Richard and Judy with their Millennium Night special on the telly? That's got to be worth it.
Indeed, with just 41 gestating weeks to Christmas, it's for this week and this week only, one lucky lady could enjoy an immaculate conception and give birth to the tiny baby Jesus on Christmas morn.
Basically, God is working through you, the lady. So I've developed our very own 11 o'clock show Immaculate Conception Test Kit to tell if you're going to give birth to the baby Jesus. It's got an accuracy of 92%, and if you are the chosen one, you can get your invites off to the Three Wise Men early. Here it is. It comprises of a lovely nativity snow scene tester. I've already filled this one up, and I've just got to leave it for a few seconds for a result. Meanwhile, there's an easy questionnaire to scientifically prove whether or not you're eligible to be the next Virgin Mary. Daisy, would you like to give it a go?
Thanks, Mackenzie. Now, the questions are very straightforward. Question 1. Have you recently had a late-night visitor? If yes, did he have wings? Question 2. Are you a virgin? And pulling out at the last minute does count. And finally, question 3. Are you called Mary?
Simple. Now, all you have to do is take a look at your test to see if it's turned blue. Oh, God, mine has.
Congratulations, Mackenzie. Have a cigar. We're right behind the new people's Messiah, even if he does turn out to be the bastard son of Mackenzie Crook. In fact, we're so impressed with Jesus that we've decided to include him in our fantastic 11 o'clock show version of the game Top Trumps. Got a card here. Let's have a look at some of the stats. Nickname Johnny No Dad. Special skills catering, obviously. And achievements winner of Mr. Wet Sandals contest. Now, our game is so popular, it's already taken off in the USA. And here to play it with us live is Rich Hall. Hi, Rich.
How are you, Ian?
I'm fine, Rich. How are you?
All right.
Listen, do you want to play
Great.
Top Trumps
How's
with
the
me?
show?
The show's going great. Let's play Top Trumps, huh?
Okay.
I'm very
Go ahead.
excited. Now, my do-gooder rating
Yeah?
is a staggering 9.9. Beat that, I dare you.
No kidding.
Uh-huh.
I got 10.
No way, who
Yeah,
you
I
got?
got Donny Osmond. Yeah, you can't get any more sanctified than Donny Osmond. He's a Mormon, right? Mormons, Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City, 2002 Winter Olympics. Now, if you're coming to the Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City, probably the first book you should read is the Book of Mormons, because there's a lot of things in here about brotherhood, competition, getting along with other people. Do you know what I mean? So I decided, because there have been 30 people indicted in this bribery scandal so far, that I would go to Salt Lake City and ask some very probing questions about the scandal. Now, my question is, Salt Lake City already had a lock on the Olympics. It was a foregone conclusion. Why would they have to resort to bribery? Well, I decided to go right to the head of the Salt Lake Organizing Committee and get the answer.
Hey, I'm going to have to ask you guys to leave.
Yeah.
If you want to see Mr. Romney and make an appointment.
Is he the head?
Yes, he's the head. If you call and get an appointment.
No.
But,
Some frozen steaks?
huh?
Frozen steaks?
Sorry, guys.
Great. What kind of country is this where you can't even bribe someone with perfectly good frozen steaks? Now what am I going to do with them? I decided to drive up to the Winter Olympic training site just to have a look around. Well, listen, we came here 6,000 miles to talk to the SLOC chairman.
How'd that work?
Oh, he's out of town. So I'm just wondering now, is it possible to race these steaks down the bobsled track?
I just got to clear the track.
3. Can I get a time on the steak?
51.472 finish time. Vito had a top speed of 50 miles an hour.
Rich Hall, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good luck with the show. It's a big hit here in the United States.
Bless you. Goodbye.
See you
Now-
next week.
Against all the odds, weak Prince Edward today celebrates living for 35 years. He shares his birthday with two men of outstanding courage and integrity, Chuck Norris and Sir Paul Condon. But who'll be celebrating the most? Probably not creepy Edward, because his family aren't even bothered about his wedding, let alone his birthday. A report out today reveals that Prince Philip would rather go to a farm show than his son's own wedding. At least that's what the Mirror says. But what does it really mean? Let's find out what the papers ought to say in our regular feature. It's called What the Papers Ought to Say. The report begins.
Prince Edward is getting married late in the afternoon so his dad can go to a farm show.
But what they meant was...
That loony Greek would sooner stare at a heifer's testes than watch his son tie the knot with Terence, old plaything.
They go on to say...
Prince Philip had promised to be a guest of honour at the show before the wedding date was fixed.
What they meant was...
As soon as he heard, he said, "Get me to a fucking farm show. I'm not watching another son make a tit of himself. Why can't he just use whores? It's the Greek way."
And finally...
East of England Agricultural Society Chief Executive Tony Gibson said it's incredible the Prince will be coming to the show on the day of the wedding, but it's a great tribute to his commitment to the society.
Which of course meant...
Christ, cancel Titchmarsh. The old bastard's coming.
The government's new right to roam legislation is good news for ramblers who can't wait to celebrate by trampling over fields of genetically modified wheat. Now, this is a famous victory for the Cagoule Brigade, but should us normal city folk care? What is the countryside? I've never seen it. Why isn't it covered in tarmac? Can it really be more than just a multiplex waiting to happen? Well, we sent the 11 o'clock show's voice of youth, Ali G, to find out.
Wicked, I has come out to the countryside because it ain't only animals that live here, there's also peoples too. And they have got issues that they is worried about and they is getting all minstrel about. So me is finding out what they is. Check this.
Ali in the countryside, Ali in the countryside. Ali in the countryside, Ali in the countryside.
When you is in the countryside, it is important to wear the right clobber so you don't look like a prick. That is why me is wearing wellies. Your name is?
Terry Farrell.
Is, you know? And he's going to take us around this farm. Let's check out a few of the animals.
There's one out here you won't come out in the field with.
All right. What the fuck is that, man? Check out that mother. And what are these things here?
Sheep.
They are called sheep?
Yep.
Man, there's a lot of shit here, man. Why don't you clean up? Have a look down here. What is going on there? Oh, come on, man. Hey, stop trying in that funny business. Ah, you dirty boy. I'm going to take the camera that you touch that. What do you use chickens for?
They lay eggs.
What do you mean they lay eggs?
They lay eggs like you would have for your breakfast.
What? Eggs come out of chicken?
Yeah.
Where do they come out of?
The backside.
They come out of their ass.
You haven't lived, have you?
They wouldn't even eat something that came out of my Julie's
Where
ass.
did you come out of?
Me came out of my mum's punani. But not out of her body. That is right, man. Me ain't ever eaten another egg.
Ali in the countryside, Ali in the countryside. Ali in the countryside, Ali in the countryside.
Wicked. I is here in the countryside. I was checking out a hunt. This is where a group gather their posse, get some horses and shoot some animals. Wicked. These are dogs, eh?
These are the bitch pack.
But it is disrespectful to call a dog a bitch.
It is a terminology we use which is friendly. It is in no way disrespectful.
So you're not cussing these dogs when you call them bitches?
No.
You're not saying that they is a bit loose or whatever? Okay, and do you call your women the bitches as well?
No, they're ladies.
Wicked, me think me a spied the fox, eh? So is you the fox?
No, I'm just here for a bit of fun.
Oh, you was very modest what saying that you ain't the fox. Is you the fox?
No.
No, me don't think so. Oh, me trodden in some shit, man. Me trodden in some shit.
I'm gamekeeper for the estate. Gamekeeper forest.
Wicked, what does that mean?
I run the shoot for Sir Leonard. Plus,
You run and shoot Sir Leonard?
No.
Has you ever got your posse together with your guns, gone out to another village that is causing trouble and say, we're giving you one warning, we're saying behave yourself. If you behave yourself, you don't look and be disrespectful to our women anymore, we ain't gonna shoot you.
No, we're not Yugoslavian.
Can we come to the shoot?
Not really, no.
We have learned to respect the ways of the countryside. It is a place of peace and tranquility. Let's keep it that way.
Well, unfortunately, that's almost it for tonight. Just time to let you know that while we've been on air, a concerned viewer has called in to say that she believes she's immaculately conceived after being touched by the hand of God.
I think that's brilliant news.
The hand of God? Wouldn't it have been better if he used his cock?
Thanks, Mackenzie. Good night.
More hoo-ha from the 11 o'clock show tomorrow at 11:05.